Welcome back to Counterpoint on the Piano. I'm Noah, and today we're talking about the 7/6 suspension. The 7th is a dissonance, and we will approach it with the different kinds of consonances, and also chain them together to make some very cool sequences. So we can approach a 7/6 suspension in a number of ways. Let's start with the octave. We have an interval of an 8. And we simply move the bass up 1, which makes it a 7th. And the top voice moves down to the 6. Eight, 7, 6. We can approach our 7/6 suspension from the interval of a 6th, and then go down 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7, and keep resolving to itself. 6, 7, 6. And we can keep going with it. 6. We can end it sooner. 6, 7, 6. Another consonant interval we can use to prepare the 7/6 suspension would be the 5th. And so our bass can either go down a 3rd to get the 7, 6, or we can start lower and jump a 6th. Now, one thing we like to do with suspensions is chain them together. And when we have the octave and we move the bass to the 7 and resolve to the 6, we can go back to an octave and then repeat the process. Octave, 7, 6, octave above the bass, octave, 7, 6, octave. Let's try it in minor, and let's also add a 3rd above the bass. Perhaps the most popular way to approach a 7/6 suspension is with the 3rd. So to make a 3rd, we go either up a 4th or we go down a 5th. One of the most popular things to do with the 3rd, preparing the 7th, is to chain it together and repeat it. So if we have a 3rd and then a 7th, this resolves down, but when it resolves down, we play a 3rd with it, and then the 7, and then resolve, but with a 3rd. And so our bass will take the falling 5th pattern that is so popular. And we can add a 3rd voice. We have the 3rd, and then we can add the 5th. And it'll take the third while the 7 happens, but then it'll become the 7 when this becomes the third, and then the process repeats. So an example of our 7s repeating. We can also walk the bass for a more interesting accompaniment. Do a polyrhythm.